during my interrogation that Tony Cooper was asking me questions was he wanted to know about drugs and the money, where they were at. And I told him there was no drugs and no money. And he said, Manuel being Hispanic, and living in the, house where he lived, in the area that he was living in, like he couldn't afford a house, of that value. And so he thought Manuel was into drugs and, drugs and money. And I told him, no, there's no drugs and no money, because Manuel has the air conditioning business. But Tony Cooper did say, because he's Hispanic, like I guess Hispanics aren't really to be raised up, to have so much money, especially at a young age that my son-in-law was. He was 40. So I guess he thought like he's got to be dealing with drugs and lots of drugs, because, especially where he was living at. And I told Tony Cooper, there's no drugs. Manuel never did drugs. He's not a drug dealer. He's not. No drugs and no money. And the money that Manuel does make, it comes from his business that he has in San Antonio, the air conditioning business. But it's like, they didn't believe me. They didn't want to believe that, that my son-in-law, they wanted to believe that he was dealing drugs, but he was never dealing drugs. It was his air conditioning business that brought him the money, the business.